Hello friends, once again I welcome you to this wonderful class and teaching from my humble self, Dr. Julius Oyedemi, the Managing Director P1 Homes and P1 Plus. I know it's been a while, you guys have seen me, and I'm so delighted to be before you this morning. I'm so happy. Thank you for your prayers, your wishes. I'm getting stronger. Don't worry. In the next couple of weeks, you'll see me on the move. Yeah, but I'm here to talk to you on the subject. What's your sales temperature? What's your sales temperature? And this came to my heart, and I think at this critical time of our business, there's need to actually understand what is driving you as a realtor, as a PBO. What's driving you? Because whatever is driving you determines your outcome, determines your result. So this morning I want to talk to us on the subject, what is your sales temperature? Now, you and I know that temperature itself is the degree of hotness or coldness. So I want you to write, if you have your writing material, and let me give you the definition for sales temperature. And right here, I wrote down, a sales temperature is the degree of hotness or coldness in selling. Simple. The degree of hotness or coldness in selling. Believe you me, the normal temperature of a human being, they say medically, is about between 36 to 37 degrees Celsius. If you maintain that kind of temperature in sales, believe you me, there's danger. The sales temperature is different. Why? Because the market is dynamic. Today, COVID has come to stay with us. A lot of realtors and PBOs cannot access clients. There are many offices today you cannot access. Why? Because they are maintaining COVID regulations. Some are even working from home. So people accessing clients is becoming different, is becoming difficult. So how do you cope in times like this? And the only solution to that is, what exactly is your sales temperature? Like we know, normally biology says if your temperature is below, they said there's problem. And when it is above as well, the normal temperature, there's equally problem. So in every sphere of life, in every business, in the real estate marketing business, there's a desired temperature for every moment. If you must be a star seller, you must have in you the right temperature. And this morning, I just want to talk briefly, give you some factors to consider as we begin to know. At the end of my class, you'll be able to know what parameter do I need to use to determine my sales temperature. Because yes, definitely in the human body, thermometers are used to determine the human temperature. In sales too, I'll tell you what you can use, the instrument you need to use to determine your sales temperature. Now, why am I bothered? Why am I worried about sales temperature? And I'll tell you some factors to consider. Number one factor, you can write. The reason why you need to be conscious of your sales temperature is because the temperature of the market is changing. Did you hear that? The temperature of the market is changing. I've just given us few instances. The COVID is a challenge. The economic situation, look at the inflation rate in Nigeria today. The inflation rate is above 18%. There is danger. And what this means, the other time we all heard when a governor from the South was saying that the federal government had to print money because there's no money in circulation, and you heard when the CBN governor is saying no, they didn't print money, you know, all of this, all of that. What are they trying to say? There is scarcity of money, and when there is no money, people can buy your product. So you need to consider that factor so you can adjust yourself to the right temperature. Are we together? So the number one factor to consider is the temperature of the market. The temperature of the market. If inflation rate is 18%, what does that tell us? That the purchasing power is losing value. So if a customer bought 10 plots from you in 2019, it will be difficult for the same customer to buy 5 plots from you in 2021. So, but how do you remain relevant in the marketplace? That's the number one factor. The second factor I want us to consider is at what degree, because we said the changes in the market, at what degree do you need to remain hot or remain cold? At what point are you expected to be cold? At what point are you expected to be very hot? All of that we are going to look at. Now, but let me explain that. Let me expatiate on that. Now, if you ask me at this critical time in our business, in the real estate business, you don't need to be cold. You need to remain hot. You don't need to be cold. You need to remain hot. How do I mean? It is now survival of the fittest. If you are not fit enough, somebody will replace you. If you are not strong enough, if your strategies are not sound enough, somebody is pushing you out. Have you wondered that yesterday's champion are not today's champion? Even in our business. Check those who were celebrated in 2020. Higher sales partners, higher sales realtors. Check out, compare. How many of them are emerging higher sales realtors and partners today? Something is wrong somewhere. You need to adjust your sales temperature. Friends, hear me and hear me for good. At this critical time of our economy in Nigeria, your sales temperature needs to be hot. I'm telling you, our money is losing value. The people in the country can no longer, not everybody can afford land and houses anymore. Now, it is only people in diaspora whose money is now of great value that can buy. So if you are still operating in the local, you have not transformed to the digital, your temperature is faulty. Are we getting it? Your temperature is faulty. Today, you need to improve on your digital marketing. Today, you need to go digital. Because the people who can afford those houses and those lands are not in Nigeria currently. So you need to adjust your temperature. There's a sales clinic. There's a sales clinic. Yeah. In the sales clinic, you can check your vitals, of which one of them is your body temperature. So you can check your sales temperature to check, okay, how many Nigerians are buying land? Today you share flyers, you post on your social media. How many Nigerians? You find out that majority of your clients are people in diaspora. Those who buy greatly are people in diaspora, or people who are doing business in dollars. These are people who have strong purchasing power now. Okay, before I end the class, it's just a short class, I would like to give you some advantages on why you need to keep your sales temperature hot. I'm going to give us some advantages on why I need to explain to you why your sales temperature needs to remain hot. One, when your sales temperature is hot, it increases your sales volume. How do I mean? A saleswoman, a salesman whose temperature is hot will remain creative and innovative. I say it again. A salesman or a saleswoman whose temperature is hot will remain creative and innovative. And when you remain creative and innovative, your sales volume will increase. So if you had sold 10 units of houses in January, now that it is May and your temperature is still hot, you'll be selling 20, 30 units of houses or even plots of land. So one of the advantages you enjoy when your sales temperature is hot is it helps you to increase your sales volume. That's one. Second advantage you enjoy is it keeps you relevant. It's like a game of football. If you are a football striker, you are a top striker of a team. And that is what every salesperson is. Salespeople are strikers. You are not defenders. The defenders are the lawyers. The defenders are the accountants. If you call yourself a saleswoman, a salesman, you are a top striker. Now, if you say you are a top striker and you can't deliver your team in a football match, you have played 10 matches out of 15 and you have never given a goal, a good coach will keep you on the bench. A good coach will keep you on the bench. And relating that to what we do, when your sales temperature remains hot, what it does for you is it keeps you relevant. A relevant top striker is a striker who is always scoring the goal. Always scoring the goal. When the match is tough, he knows the tactics. He knows the formulas to apply and get the goal. And that's exactly who you should be. If your sales temperature is hot, you will always deliver in sales. Believe you me, those who are relevant today in our business are those who deliver in sales. The third advantage you will enjoy when your sales temperature is hot is it will improve your sales strategy. Now, how do I mean? Let me relate it with football again. If you're a top striker of a team and in the first match you scored 2 goals, by the time you are preparing for your second match, the same tactics, the same method you used in scoring in the first match is what you need to improve on in getting more goals in the second match. Are we together? So, keeping your sales temperature hot helps you to improve in your sales strategy. Believe you me, the difference between the P1 group ambassador and just an associate PBO is their strategy. You can move from being an associate PBO to becoming the group ambassador. Why? You need to improve your sales strategy. And if you must improve your sales strategy, you need to keep your sales temperature hot. And finally, on the advantages, the fourth thing you enjoy when your sales temperature is hot is it increases your referrals. How do I mean? I'll still use the illustration of the football team. A good striker that scores goals will always get referrals, will always see more offers. More teams will be poaching him or her. Oh, come play for us. Come play for us. When you keep your sales temperature hot, you will get referrals from your customers. The same customer you treated nicely yesterday will refer you to another customer. And that is how the referral link, the referral network, your referral network begins to build. So, I am encouraging you that please, at this critical time, I want to sound it loud. You need to keep your sales temperature hot. And finally, like I promised you, I want to share with you the parameter, the instrument you need to use at every time to check your sales temperature. I wish somebody can guess. I wish you can guess. Okay, let me help you for the purpose of time. Have you heard of the word scorecard? What's a scorecard? You see politicians using scorecard. Oh, my scorecard. 100 days in office. 2 years in office. What are they trying to depict? They're showing us their scorecard. The scorecard is the only instrument you need to use. And how do I mean by that? Ask yourself this question every week. How many new recruitment have I made? How many new sales have I recorded? That's a scorecard. Now, if you think you didn't do well, you know. And if you by the time you put down your scorecard, you will equally know if you have done well. How much sales did I make last week? How much of it have I made this week? You need to always put down your scorecard. You need to score yourself. You need to evaluate yourself. By putting down your scorecard, writing down your achievements, you will know if your sales temperature is actually on the right degree. So, dear friends, I'm so happy having you listen to me this wonderful morning, and I wish you all of God's best in your sales endeavor. But this is it. Keep your sales temperature hot. And like I said, don't forget, the only way to check if your temperature is hot or cold is to put down your scorecard. What have you achieved? You've been in the business for 4, 5 years. What are your achievements? You just joined the business last month. What are your achievements? Oh, you've been doing greatly. Keep challenging yourself. Once again, thank you for having me in your class. See you next time. Thank you.